Alright, so welcome back to my channel, you guys. I want to go ahead and show you guys how I get my everyday no makeup look. Like, this is so simple and easy. Probably takes like 15 minutes, 10 minimum. But I want to show you guys what I use in my collection because you don't need too much. And I just think it's best to wear this makeup if you're going to the mall or you have some errands to do or you want to hang out with some guy, but you don't want to wear too much makeup because y'all know guys aren't that smart. Like, they don't know when you're wearing makeup. So it's fun to mess with them. If you want to stick around and see what I use in my collection and how I got this look, then go ahead and keep on watching. So before I go ahead and start my no makeup look, I always love to use a mask because we're not wearing that much makeup and you want your skin to be looking good. So the mask I've been using lately is a Teami Detox mask, and this is a green tea blend mask, and they did sponsor this video, so shout out to them. Thank you guys so much. But I've been using this for a week and a half and it has really helped my skin because I've been breaking out lately. I don't know what's going on my chin area. Honestly, I think I do know what's going on. I've been sleeping with my makeup. That's what it is. I sleep with my makeup recently. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's been really helping my skin because it has been drawing out all the impurities and dirt and toxins from my skin because I have just been so bad when it comes to my skincare. Like, I don't know what it is. I keep sleeping with my makeup on and I shouldn't do that, but once I'm done with this, my skin looks so nice and healthy and glowy and it just feels squeaky clean. So before I start this makeup tutorial, I want to go ahead and apply this on my skin, and I'm using my let's see, Elf, I don't know what this is called, their foundation brush. I use this all the time, and this color is so cool to me because it's exactly like a matcha drink. If you guys know what a matcha drink is, it's like a smoothie. I've never tasted it, but people say it's really good, so I do want to try it out. But once you apply this mask on your face, it feels so cooling on the skin. And also, before I do forget, it is cruelty free, so I'm really happy about that because we need to save the animals out there, all right? They need loving too, so I just really love that about this brand. But I'm just applying this all over my face, and the way it dries, I just love it because it's very tightening, and once it dries, you do feel it stinging your skin just a little bit, like a sensation on your skin, but that's how I know it's working. All right, so let me just finish applying this on my skin. And the smell of the mask is so nice because it smells so clean and lemony because it does have lemongrass in it. Just a really nice, clean smell. But it's already drying on my face. I'm trying to work really fast against the time. But I just apply in all the areas that I really want to get all the dirt and whatnot out of my skin. So I'm looking like the Grinch, which is totally fine because it is Christmas time, but it's already drying on my skin. I'm gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes or so and I'll be right back. Alright, so my skin is looking very nice and ready for my makeup, and if you guys are interested, I do have discount codes with them and I'll put it right here in the bottom of the screen. And also, they do sell it at Ulta and Amazon if you are interested. You don't have to use my code at all. You guys know I don't push anything, but I've been using it for a week and a half, and honestly, you guys, I do love it. Like, look at my skin. It looks a whole lot better than before, so. Alright, so moving on to the makeup tutorial, the first thing that I always do is use moisturizer because you want your skin to look very nice and glowy and just healthy. And I always use the Henriksen Sheer Transformation Moisturizer. This is like my ride or die. Like, when it comes to moisturizer, I love this stuff. So I just apply a little bit of this onto my skin. You really don't need too much with this because I am oily and I don't want to be greasy at the end of the day. I just want to look very nice and healthy and glowy. So just applying some of this on the skin. I just realized once I put the moisturizer on, I was looking ashy all along because my skin looks so nice right now, but before I looked so dry, but totally fine. But moving on to moisturizer, I'm using the Farsali Skin Tune Blur Primer, and this gives you like a very nice base to work with. It kind of like gives you a filter on your skin, and it honestly works, which is so crazy to me because y'all know I didn't believe it at first, but it really does work. So I apply a little bit of this onto my skin. I don't use too much with this. I just want my skin to look very nice and ready to go. So just apply some of this here and I just blend it in. And every time I smell this, y'all, like, it smells so nice. Like, it smells like candy. I'm not sure what type of candy, but it smells really good. But once you blend it onto the skin, y'all can just tell like, my skin looks a whole lot better. Like, it looks like I'm wearing makeup, but I don't have anything on my skin yet. So So my skin is prepped and ready to go. So moving on to the most important part of this whole entire thing. I don't use foundation all over my skin. I don't use concealer all over. What I do is I target my problem area. So my chin right here, I have a lot of dark marks. My dark stash right here. I don't have a mustache, but y'all know what I mean. Like you have that shadow right there. A little bit of dark marks right here, and then in the middle of my forehead. So what I use is the Covergirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation in the shade D50 because this is really close to my skin tone, and you kind of want to make it seem like you're not wearing any makeup. So you don't want to use anything too light or too dark. You want it to match your skin perfectly, and this one does. So what I do is I go ahead and grab a brush and I take a little bit of this. I'm almost out of this foundation, and then I just take it to my problem areas, like right here. And you really don't need too much, just a little bit, because you don't want people to know that you're wearing makeup. You want them to think that you just woke up and this is what you look like. So apply some of it right there. Honestly, I need to go get some more because this is almost out. Apply it right here. And then another thing that I do is I take some of this underneath the eyes because I do have some dark circles. So I do place it underneath there just to cover that up. And then I put some on my forehead. And taking my good old beauty blender, I'm just gonna press it into my skin. And the little bit that I did blend out onto my skin, y'all can tell this side, it's just looking a whole lot better already. Like it looks like my skin, but you can't tell I have something on. So that is the goal. Remember that. Now to set the under eyes, I'm taking a little bit of the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Kunafa. And with the powder, you don't want to use too much. You just want to use a little bit just to set the area because you don't want to look powdery at all. You want to look very skin-like. So I take some of this onto my e.l.f. blush brush and I just pat underneath the eye. Alright, so we're getting somewhere and the skin is looking very nice, but it doesn't look overdone. Now to set the face, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Plus powder, and with a powder brush, if I can find one, I'm using my Wet n Wild powder brush. I'm taking a very, very small amount of this because this can look very cakey if you apply a lot onto your skin. But I'm taking a very small amount and I'm just lightly setting my face. Now to bring a little bit more color to my face, I'm using my Morphe M527 bronzer brush and I'm using the NARS Gienah contour blush. I'm taking a very, very small amount, like literally a small amount. I'm just bringing it onto the side of my face just to add a little bit more color. Ugh. So that brush shad's really bad, so I'm using my e.l.f. complexion brush instead. Just adding some color, not too much. And moving on to blush, I'm taking my MAC Format blush, and I love this because it's very nice and chocolatey with like a little bit of pink in there, and it's just perfect for my skin because you can't really tell that I have anything on. So I just add some of that to the cheeks. And if I wasn't doing this on camera, y'all, this will take me like literally 10 minutes. This is such a perfect look if you want to go hang out with a guy but you don't want to wear too much makeup, or you want to go to the mall, or you want to run some errands. Like this is like the most perfect look because people can't really tell that you have something on. So for a highlight, I'm using my Juvia's Place Nubia highlight, and I love this color because it's not too light for my skin. It's a very nice bronzy shade and it just melts into my skin like butter. So I'm taking some of this onto a Morphe M510 brush. I'm just applying just a little bit on the cheeks. And I'm just pressing it out with the beauty blender because I don't want it to look too bright on the skin. Kind of want to make it look like it's coming from within. So moving on to the eyes, I'm using a little bit of the NARS Gienah contour blush, And I'm just putting this right here in my crease just to add a little bit of dimension in there. It doesn't really do too much. It just adds a little bit of color and not make it look so dark in there. So just apply a little bit of this into the crease. And then of course I apply mascara. I'm using my Wet n Wild Mega Wear mascara. Alright, so last but not least is a lips. And I'm taking my NYX lip liner in the shade Brown. And I'm using my Morphe lipstick in the shade Tempt. And then I'm topping it off with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb right here. And it looks very nice and pinky and just pretty on the lips. Alright, so this is the whole makeup look, and it was so simple and easy. Like, we look put together, but we didn't do too much at the same time, so I'm really happy about that. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you guys in my next one.